Sometimes I used to think, so much is happening in my life, then why am I still a Muslim? There are moments when you go through countless trials, moments so heavy you feel like you can't breathe. There was a time I wanted to hit my head against the wall just because I couldn't sleep after my divorce. It was a very dark and terrifying time. There were days when I felt extreme anxiety. I remember standing in the bathroom, staring at my face and feeling so much hatred that I wanted to scratch my own skin. Life felt impossible, especially without my family. I loved them, I was so close to them, and suddenly they were gone. And then I asked myself, how long will I keep relying on people for support when Allah Himself says, "Come closer to me, remember me, and I will remember you"?
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Hania Adam. Thank you for joining us. It's truly a pleasure to have you here. My first question is, who is Hania Adam? Can you tell us a little about your life?
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I'm a mother of 3 children, alhamdulillah. I was raised in a Hindu family and I grew up in the UK. My childhood was beautiful. I had loving parents, a caring home. But around the age of 24 or 25, I accepted Islam. And that decision was a shock for my family. It was a very big test for all of us. From a young age, I always felt like I needed God in my life. I visited different places, temples, spiritual environments, and every time I felt a sense of peace. But something was still missing. During my university years, I lived a completely secular life. I wasn't religious, I didn't follow any faith. Drinking wasn't a problem, wearing anything I wanted wasn't a problem. It all felt normal to me. That was my lifestyle. Before Islam, this is who I was. And to be honest, I was even a little Islamophobic. The news, the media, what was happening in Iraq and other places, it made me afraid. Even hearing Allahu Akbar scared me. I thought Muslim men were harsh, that they oppressed women, and Muslim women, I thought they were victims. Why do they wear hijab? I used to think. This isn't right. But interestingly, despite all those thoughts, the first thing that drew me towards Islam was women. I started researching, watching lectures, reading books, and slowly I realized something completely different. Islam doesn't oppress women, society does. Islam actually gives women rights, dignity, honor that many societies still haven't reached. The more I learned, the more I saw how elevated the status of women is in Islam. From the right of mahar to the honor of raising daughters, the Prophet ﷺ taught us that raising daughters is a path to Jannah. That changed everything for me. But life after accepting Islam wasn't easy. My family distanced themselves from me completely, and living without them was one of the hardest things I've ever faced. There were nights I couldn't sleep. My mind was restless, filled with memories of my parents, my siblings, the life I once had. I wanted to run back to them, but I couldn't. I felt completely alone. One day I sat in my car after trying to call people for help and no one answered. And I thought, how long will I keep depending on people when Allah is there calling me, come to me? So I turned to Him. I recited Ayatul Kursi, the 3 Kuls, and made dua. Ya Allah, keep me firm on my faith. I'm ready to go through anything, but don't take Islam away from me. That moment changed me. That's when I truly knew I am Muslim. Because there will be times when shaitan comes to you, making you question everything. That's why knowledge is your shield. Keep learning, even a little, every day, because one day that knowledge will save you when nothing else can. There were moments when I broke down completely, when I hated myself, when I felt like I couldn't go on. But then I looked at the sky and I remembered Allah is watching me. I fell on my knees and made dua. Ya Allah, keep me firm on this deen. And in that moment, I felt something. Peace. Because true peace isn't in nas, it's in Allah.